Welcome to our few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, we have the privilege of reading Parshas Bo, and I have the privilege of speaking about Parshas Bo in this video from Yerushalayim HaKodesh, where we all hope to get together soon. At the end of Perek Yud in Parshas Bo, we know that there's a whole discussion going on. Who is going to go miva miha holchim? Who is going to go out? Paro is saying only the strong ones will go out. L'chuna hagvarim ki osa'atem avakshim. That's really what you're seeking. You don't want anyone else. And Moshe says, no, even our children are going to go. And Paro at the end of Perek Yud says, okay, you can go, but don't take the cattle. Leave the cattle. At least that leave behind. Seeking in some way to thwart the closeness of the Jewish people with Hashem, with the bringing of korbanos. And Moshe Rabbeinu says, no, gam tabchem yelechimanu, and not only gam tabchem yelechimanu, but also v'gam miknenu yelechimanu. Even our flocks are going to go out with us. Lo sisha'er parsa. There won't be left over even one hoof print left in Egypt, ki mimenu nikach la'avod es Hashem Elokeinu, because we will take all of them in order to be able to serve Hashem our God. And then Moshe Rabbeinu says a fascinating pasuk, va'anachnu lo neda ma'anavod es Hashem, and we do not know how we are going to be able to serve Hashem ad bo'enu shama, until we come there. Until we come to the place that we are going to serve Hashem, we don't know exactly what we're going to need in order to bring the korbanos, and therefore even our flocks will go with us. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens. The Ksaf Sofer makes a very interesting observation about this. He says, what is Moshe Rabbeinu telling not only Paro, but to all of us in all the future generations when he says, even the flocks will go with us, because we don't know how we're going to be required to serve Hashem. The Chassam Sofer says the korbanos were for the purpose of korov. We're going to become closer to Hashem because we're going to be thankful for all the myriad numbers of miracles that happen. And we won't know until we get there. We won't know until the point comes where we arrive at the place we're destined to be, which of course turns out that they're going to be experiencing Kriyas Yamsuf and coming to Har Sinai, and eventually, hopefully, coming into Eretz Yisrael and staying there. But we don't know how we're going to be able to be required to serve Hashem, and therefore, we're taking our flocks with us. Abosai, we don't know. We don't know of all the thankfulness, all the korbanos, all the korov, all the closeness that we're going to come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and thank Him, even though it's the most difficult time and we're losing Nebuch so many korbanos. But the fact remains that Moshe Rabbeinu is giving us, says the Ksaf Sofer, an input for the future. We don't know, anach lo neda. We don't necessarily know mana avodas Hashem, how we're going to be willing and eager and desirous of serving Hashem by giving thanks to Him and coming closer to Him with all the miracles that we're going to be living through and seeing. It's not easy. The Jewish people have always felt the desire to see the Bias HaMashiach, the coming of the Goel Tzedek to redeem the Jewish people and bring about the era of peace here on earth. Mirz Hashem, we've been hoping for that for thousands of years, and we're hoping for it now too. And we can almost sense over the history of the past 100 years the footsteps of Mashiach, the Ikvasa, the Mashiach coming our way. But Parshas Bo is giving us the insight, says the Ksaf Sofer, that we don't know how we're going to be required and how much thanks we're going to be giving, how many korban toda we're going to be bringing, because of all the great miracles and gifts that happened to us over this long journey. Let's hope that we have the opportunity to see that end coming speedily in our time. I want to wish everyone a fantastic and wonderful Good Shabbos. Enjoy the beauty and the spirit of this holy day of rest for Klal Yisrael, where we connect with Hashem and we say, we don't really know how much thanks we owe you for all the gifts that you've bestowed upon us. Let's all join together in wishing all of Klal Yisrael a Shabbat Shalom U'Mevarach. All the best to all our friends and members of the Young Israel Beth El Borough Park, and of course to all of Klal Yisrael throughout the world, and peace in Yerushalayim, Ira Kodesh, U'Lechol B'nei Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom U'Mevarach. Doesn't want to turn off, huh?